Hey YouTube, Jeff Aiken here, Babylon 5 for the first time, about to watch All My Dreams, Torn Asunder. What a great title, and I think we know everything we need to know about this upcoming episode based on that. Like, stuff is about to go wild. We're going to see Londo backed into a corner, coming back out fighting like he has done far too many times. In fact, it seems that every time he gets backed into a corner, a genocide almost occurs. So, yikes. Let's see what happens this time as we dive in to All My Dreams, Torn Asunder. Don't forget, every Monday our full conversation comes out right here on this YouTube channel. So if you're not subscribed, please do so you don't miss anything. So you can get Brent's and my full take on this episode. This is the first time that I've watched this. I'm going to watch it again at least one more time. That's when I take my notes and stuff so that I can participate in that conversation in a meaningful way, but you get to join me for the first watch. What do you say we dive in right now? All My Dreams, Torn Asunder. Oh crap. Somebody set his apartment on fire.
There comes a moment
when the other shoe
in
drops.
Everyone's life when you have to do something you'd rather not do.
And here we are.
In a moment, we will show you proof that the Centauri Republic is responsible for these attacks.
But we have an obligation to honor that promise. And we will. No matter the cost.
What is the Alliance?
These orders have forced us.
How is it any different or better than the League of Non-Aligned Worlds? Because what I just heard from him is it's his decision. Maybe his, Delen's, and Jakar's. With the League, there was the Non-Aligned Worlds, one vote. The Advisory Council, each of them had a vote. Did we move from a League into a tyranny? This alliance was supposed to be a big deal, and it does not seem to be anything more than giving Sheridan a bunch of power. All right.
And since then, there have been no further leaks.
Yes, and this is a boatload of circumstantial evidence. I want to be really clear that I'm not saying the Centauri didn't do it, right? We know more than the characters in the show know, so we know that it's the Centauri. But from a legal argument standpoint, we have Centauri ships. We can prove there were Centauri weapons. We have a theory that it was Centauri training maneuvers. We have a button from a uniform, and then the coincidental point that, hey, this attack happened when Londo was on the team, and then no attacks happened afterwards. To me, the only substantive evidence we have is those were Centauri ships. We don't know they were ordered by the Centauri Republic to do anything. We don't even know that they were Centauri on those ships. Just putting that out there. They might go this direction, but I just think it's ridiculous. I think it's a little bit ridiculous how much stock they're putting into a uniform button. But that's me. And I'm not a lawyer or a judge or anything. Just a nerd who watches TV. But I still think it's a little ridiculous.
But I was there, Molari. I saw you concerned about the increase in preparations for war. Concerned that the information about the location and activities of your warships, once freely available to you and other ministers, was suddenly classified.
Also, that's valuable testimony right there. I just gave you the logical argument hole in their argument. Centauri ships, yes. Centauri, I don't know. Hey guys, I was on Centauri Prime. Want to know what I saw when I was there? I saw a separation, right, between military, logistics, supply, blah, 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 orders, and the rest of the royal court or whatever. That seems pretty important to this, if nothing else, to show that there is something going on within the Centauri Republic, within the royal court, that is cause for question. So far, I don't have that. I don't have that at all. Knowing what I know, I don't even know for sure it's the Centauri that are doing this. I could assume this is the Emperor, ordering things, but it's the Drakh and the Dark Minions and the allies who are getting the information, moving the stuff around, and they're doing it all behind the backs of the Centauri. Maybe it's even Drakh on those ships. I don't know anything for sure at this point, but We're full steam ahead. This is the Centauri, period, end of discussion. And
Lanier?
if he's going to show the ships doing the attack, which I assume is what's going to happen, again, they left some of those on Narn. He just explained how this could be not relevant.
Part of the continuing investigation.
As of right now, the Centauri Republic stands alone.
Wow. I get it. It totally makes sense.
The Regent has drafted a response.
So I just want to pause really quickly to say he's right. Minister and the Regent are correct. That's a very valid assertion. I was mostly making it myself, right? That said, what we have is a veritable cornucopia buffet of circumstantial evidence, speculation, and suspicion. I, sci-fi nerd viewer here watching this show, I don't have a shred of conclusive evidence that shows me beyond reasonable doubt that the Centauri Republic is responsible for these attacks. There are enough pieces of doubt in the evidence that every single person that is talking right now, Sheridan, the Alliance, Londo, smarmy minister guy, they're all right. From their perspective, they're all right. But there isn't a thing that ties it all together and proves definitively.
As a result, effective immediately, we are withdrawing from the Alliance.
Wow. You can't fire me, I quit. Right? We saw Coming of Shadows Londo in there just going off. Full bore, right? But then we saw Hopeful Londo in there. Like, no, I believe my government. I believe that we're not, and I believe that they'll apologize to us when they understand. Like, he's going in there almost Mary Sue in this whole thing. But it's perfect. You know, I hate that this all makes sense. Like, for every character, this is entirely on brand, on point, and perfect.
Get you into shape. Go on.
That really hit me. That was such a great scene. And not just because of the scene. You know, I'm a big Jeff Conaway fan. He died, right? In like 2015 or something like that. 13, 15, I forget. Was it that far? Either way, 2010s in that time frame. I don't remember. But from drugs, alcohol, and you know, he was on that celebrity rehab show and I think was taken advantage of in that whole thing. And it was awful to see him decline and to watch Jeff Conaway say those words at that time in his life. That was really powerful. Huge mistake. Huge mistake.
You can rely on me.
You know,
I'll get it done.
I had a dream just last week about this. Just calling it right now. He's going to be drunk. He's going to miss the call. And some dude's going to get blowed up because they foreshadowed this last week with his dream.
All right, fine. You want him, you got to go through me.
Oh, yeah.
Fair deal.
Unless, of course, you want Maurer. Far more responsible, after all.
Yes! Yes! Franklin's a freaking hero. Look at that. Oh, that was so cool.
Even one as arrogant as this would not take it upon himself to imprison his own prime minister.
Sorry. I love that he stood up for him. So great. Final moment of peace between the two of them. Probably not going to get to see this again. What a great episode. Oh my gosh. This is what we've been waiting for. Like everything. I've called it before. We called episodes filler. We said this is a setup episode. We said all those things. Not now. Now we're moving. We're going. We're at war with the Centauri. Holy crud. Incredible acting moments in this thing. The Zach and Garibaldi piece. Londo. Oh, such complexity to everything that happened there. We're finally getting to the point that we were basically promised, laid out with Deconstruction of Falling Stars. So when Rising Star ended, right, we were told that we had the Telepath War, we had the Drock War, and we've got Lita now heading out on all those Narn ships. Somewhere in that travel, in the hyperspace, whatever, she's going to run into one of those Psychor ships that's hiding there with Bester. Boom, that thing's going to blow up. Boom, the whole thing with the Centauri. And we know the Dark Minions, the Allies, the Drock, they're behind all of this. Here it is. These are the moments that the Alliance are tested. And right now, the Alliance is failing the test. Big time. That speech, that freak out by Sheridan at the end was incredible. And it's something that right now, on the floor of Congress, on the floor of Parliament, on the floor of any governing body across this world, you could say those exact same words and they apply. We have people getting killed, flames, unique flames being blown out all across our planet right now for lines on maps. Everything Sheridan said right there is something we all need to hear. I think the thing that I appreciate the most so far, well, maybe just overall, I mean, we're almost to the end. This episode worked. The moments were powerful. Yes, they were well written. Yes, they were well acted. What I love about this is the development of the characters. That's why this worked. We understand, even with the ambassadors, the Brakiri and the Drazi ambassadors, they've been developed to a point that like all of this has so much meaning. The really great episodes of Babylon 5 feel like 10 pounds of fat squeezed into a 5-pound bag, right? In the best way. This was a 43-minute long episode. They put 2 hours of content into here, and it actually felt slow in points because it was so well done and just perfect. But it was those character moments that moved the story, that pulled us in emotionally to all the things that were happening. Starting last week when Delenn hugged Londo in a really weird and awkward scene, but still the hug there because she knew that relationship, right? Those characters. She knew what was coming. Oh, amazingly written, amazingly done. What now it took us this long, right? But like, we're going and I love it. This is so good. Thank you all so much for watching this. If you're joining me here on YouTube, again, don't forget to check out our conversation that comes out on Monday. If you haven't subscribed, please do. If you're still listening right now, do one of our favorite things. Drop a 65 down below. You know what's up, right? If you're still here, Club 65, baby, you know what I'm talking about. Put it in. And yeah, check us out on Monday. We're going to have a lot to talk about in this one.